Hello guys, today we're driving this XK8 Jaguar 4.2 litre courtesy of Harrington's of Fulham. This car is currently for sale, and if you're interested, do go check them out. And say you're from us if you want to help us continue doing reviews like this. Pull away now. So the main reason we think why this car is actually so good is because when you get in it, it's just so nice and cool, and
it is cool.
You just you just feel like the I guess the nicety of the car, the fun factor of the car, or the fun of being in the car, I should say. Because it isn't necessarily like a sports car that you're going to fly around, but you can just chill.
The reason why these cars are so good is, no, it's not going to be a B-road basher or possibly the best thing to chuck around. However, you want to take this thing to the Alps, it's going to be so comfortable to do so.
Now that's where this car is really made for. It's made to have your top down, well, especially the convertible version, obviously, made to have the top down in the summer, driving around, and even in the autumn as we're filming this, it's just so nice going through all the trees, getting all the smells, and
big thing that I said to you earlier, when the top is down, it's still quiet in here.
Yes, it's still quiet. We were driving the MX-5 that you saw in the review. Well, hopefully go check that out on our channel, literally just yesterday, and this with the top down is quieter than that with the top up.
Oh, just so cool, man.
And it just wafts along so nice.
You don't drive this car fast. You don't care about what power it makes, it just wafts.
It has,
it's a wafter.
Yeah, it has enough power and enough torque that you can just get along so nicely. And it's not about the speed, it's not about anything, it's about the style and the presence, and I guess you'd say the look of driving a car like this. Just so comfortable, especially these Recaro seats. Very nice.
I think, yeah, it's also the feel of it. Just, everything just feels very nice, and it's just I like the wood. I know you're not a huge fan of wood, but I like the wood, and I like just driving it around just nicely.
You don't want to drive fast in this car. There's no need. No. It's not that type of car.
It's still cool. It's still cool. I don't know. I didn't think about much of it before, but when I'm just driving it now, it's so cool. I don't know, man.
When we were at Harrington's the other day, and they were like, "Oh yeah, do you want to take that out for a drive?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure about that." But as soon as you get in it, it's like, "Wow, yes." I didn't respect it now when I saw it there. But now that we've had the experience of it, I understand why people want this car.
It's how we always say, you know, what numbers on a page mean nothing. They literally mean nothing. Some cars are going to just be better than others, and this is one that's just, no, it's not particularly fast. No, it's not going to be great at handling. But if you want to do loads of miles in something, and you want all the miles to be enjoyable without going fast, this is a great way to go.
So comfy. So when we first picked up this car this morning, we thought the 4.2 litre would be the main part of the car, but it really isn't. It is the looks. It just looks so cool. The way they designed this back in 1996 is absolutely amazing. This is a 2003 variant as well, so it's a little bit newer, but the way it looks is just amazing. This is the type of car you want to be seeing in, especially if you're interested in the sort of the convertibles and cars of this spec and this style. This is really up your street. It is just such a good looking car, and definitely one that you want to be seen driving around in. One of the best things that we like about this car is these alloys. Not only do they look great, but they are 20 inches in diameter, which is really rather large, especially considering that this car is 17 years old now. And they've also been refurbished, so they're looking really nice, and especially with them being a multi-piece wheel, having the studs in them as well, looking absolutely amazing. One reason why this car really works is because the green paint goes along with this lovely cream interior, and even after these years it is still such a nice place to be in here. Obviously you got the wood trim to complement it as well, but there's nothing ripped, there's nothing broken. You've got these awesome Recaro seats, and yeah, the leather's been used a tiny bit, but obviously that's what happens. It's only got 63,000 miles on it, which is obviously, if you do the maths per year, really not many miles at all. And in general, it's just such a nice sort of cockpit-esque. At first we weren't really sure about the seat position, but once you get it, it's absolutely lovely. So that's another thing that Jaguar really got right with this car. So I've moved on to this side to give you a really good view of this cockpit. Got these lovely old school dials, and obviously there's plenty of things. You've obviously got your cruise control over here, you've got your phone as well that comes with it. And one of the nicer parts of this car actually is this gearbox. It is so nice to put it into gear, and then obviously you have your manual options as well, second, third, fourth, fifth gear, and it's just really nice to get into gear. So good, nice comfortable armrest, and it is just such a nice place to be. You can just sit back, just relax. You do have 2 seats in the back, but I would not recommend anyone getting in the back of this. There is not much leg room at all, but it is at least a good place to put, you know, your bag or some shopping that you've been doing. This particular car is obviously the convertible variant, and you have this wonderful green roof, which goes quite lovely, as you'll see from the pictures. Obviously automatic, goes up and down with the motor, and also in the rear of the car you do end up with this really massive boot. So despite being a convertible, you actually have tons of space for whatever you want to get back in here. And we're saying this is sort of a GT car that you take on these long road trips in Europe, and you can get all your luggage in there. And yeah, really is a wonderful rear end of the car, along with parking sensors as well. Yeah, such a good design, and it keeps flowing through the rear as well. And lastly about this car, but certainly not the least, is this wonderful 4.2 litre V8 engine, obviously with a automatic transmission as well. Looks absolutely wonderful, drives perfectly. It's got about 300 horsepower, 420 newton meters of torque, so plenty of pace to get you about, plenty of oomph to get you along the line. And yeah, it's looking really nice in here as well, and performs really good to come with that.
That's all you need. Don't even touch 3,000 RPM.
Well, yeah, you don't need to. You just need that bit of power just to get you out the corner. Yeah, we're really quite surprised by this car, actually.
This is one of the most pleasant surprises we really had, because it's one of those cars where you don't think much of it, and then I can't tell you exactly what it is. I just really like it.
Yeah, it's a car that is actually quite iconic as well, because most of the people who are actually looking and asking us about the car were sort of, you know, you'd say your older gentlemen, let's say, and I'd say it's most aimed towards that sort of person, because for people like us, it doesn't seem to quite work, because we want something just a little bit more sporty, but you don't need to drive like that all the time.
Or newer, you know, most people want newer stuff, and then when these came out, they were very expensive, so no one young was going to buy something like this. And yeah, it's refreshing, isn't it? It's refreshing just to drive around with ease, you know, and especially with the top off, it makes this car even better. So if you're on a nice day, especially somewhere, you know, far away, this would just boss the motorway bits. Absolutely. I mean, let's say you could get the XKR, and I haven't tried an XKR of this generation. It would be cool with a supercharger, but you definitely don't need it.
No, this is plenty fast enough. Not only, I guess, in acceleration, but also it just sits at a fairly high speed quite nicely. One of the issues with a lot of cars that we had, such as that Z4, back right at the early stages of our channel, that Z4 was quite skittish when you got to higher speeds. This is just so stable and just able to do the speeds.
Well, that's what it's for. You can just bomb it down to France, bomb it down to Spain, bomb it anywhere you want, and it's going to be lovely.
I'd say overall really good car, and for someone who wants, for someone who wants that sort of that cool, that stylish car, this is for you. You've got the looks, you've got the performance, you've got the comfort. Just does it so well, and they're still in, I would say, the affordable range of what a car could be. They're not stupid money. Obviously, you know, they got a bit of value to them, but they're not stupid money. So it's very attainable.
I mean, maybe some of the stuff looks a little bit dated.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
such as these buttons. But that's what it's about.
Well, I thought this would be. Well, you know what I mean. There's cars that we've been in before. You know, these older kind of cars. I mean, dare I say, that tend to be British, and they tend to be just a little bit old dog. You know, a little bit worn out here and there, and overall not that impressive. But especially compared to new cars. But this, it's refreshing. It's the oldness of it. You know, I wouldn't call it old, but it's just, it kind of presses on the road. You know, it's I hate to keep on saying the same word, but it's just really lovely. It's nice, isn't it? It's way better than both of us imagined at all. You know, we never looked at Jags and gone, oh yeah. I mean, the newer Jag I've driven as well, and it was all right. I don't know, there's just something achingly cool about this. Just the way the 20-inch alloys in 2003. Oh man, cool, very cool. And people that don't think it's cool, I don't know how you don't see it, but I think it's cool.
This car's not for you if you're not really into sort of your stylish cars.
It's not going to be, you know, groundbreaking when you drive it. It's just when you're driving normally, which most of us do on the road, it's really good at doing that.
Yeah, so we once again, big thanks to Harrington's of Fulham for letting us drive this car. And this specific car is for sale there at the time of posting this video, so do go and check that out if you're interested.
So that wraps up our day with the Jaguar, and what a car it was. Really loved it. Not too much to say that's wrong with it for the car that it is. So if you're interested in one, give it a go, man. What a great car. Now, if you enjoyed this video with the Jaguar, please like, please subscribe. There'll be plenty more coming. And if you enjoy this Jaguar in particular, go check out Harrington's of Fulham. It's on their website right now. We will see you next time.